Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Ali.
And I'm Carla, and this is Booked and Buzzin'.
We're going to be diving into all things Quicksilver as we get closer to the premiere of Brimstone on November 18th.
That's right. Today we're going to be focusing on the topic of should you read Quicksilver?
The reason why you must read Quicksilver. I think the first bullet point here is that it's a very new, uncharted magic system. When I first read this book, I felt like, oh, this is cool. This is different. This isn't like usual
Completely
fantasy.
agree with that.
Where I was like, oh, okay, like, so it's not just like normal fae and like different like abilities and like vampires and stuff, and which it has all of that, but the magic system is very unique.
I mean, I would agree with that. I'd say when I walked into it, I was surprised at all the different elements they were throwing our way. I mean, I think that there's a lot of potential in this world. She has gods, a whole bunch of them,
true.
and purposes for them. She has
Yep.
different worlds, different kingdoms, different rulers.
Yep.
And what I really liked was different species too, because so often when you're reading a romantasy, it's about fae or it's about
Yep.
vampire, and this is about fae, vampire, human,
Yep.
and
there
other
are-
creatures.
Yeah, and there are other creatures like Hogoth and whatnot, which is, it's interesting
And
that you
Danya,
mentioned
that's a
this.
fucking creature right there.
I hated her.
I know.
I saw a theory online though that she was very poorly written. Like that, why are we hating on this girl that like,
Because she sucks.
but also, he disappeared for 100 years, and when she's holding him accountable, where the fuck are you? Le tienes que dar.
Well,
Le
but
tienes que dar.
okay, I hear you, but also you have to think about what 100 years is to people that live to be 1,000.
That's true.
And I would get that argument if more than one person felt that way. It seems she's the only one that has a gripe about it. Look, if it were me, I would for sure be like, where the fuck have you been?
Correct. If
But
I'm like fighting on like the battlefront for 100 years, and where the fuck are you?
yeah, but I don't know. I think it's subjective. I also
Yeah.
think that we tend to think about situations in books with
Yeah.
a very modern way of thinking. And if you really want to dial it back to, like, let's say medieval times or Renaissance times, things
I
like
love when
that.
you send me those history videos.
Oh my God, they're so interesting. But their way of thinking was just so different. Not that I'm saying that this is the same thing.
No, but it's true.
In those worlds, like, you don't question your leader, you know?
No, you're very like pro-government, pro the
Take
ruler.
Belicon, for example. Horrible. Asshole. To everyone. Nobody has done anything about it. They just listen to him because he's their leader.
Belicon is the king of the Fae
Yeah.
in this book.
And Everlane's father. And Everlane is like,
Kingfisher's sister.
yeah. Perfect duo.
But I agree.
So
But overall,
I
Danya.
will say, I don't think she's written a character I like. I like Renfis, surface
I like
level.
Carrion.
I like Laura. Oh, yeah. I like Carrion. But her main character, I didn't like Ceres. I didn't like Kingfisher. Even Madra, like I was like, you're not deplorable. Like you just, I want to throttle you, but the way that I would want to throttle any other victim,
Yeah.
it's not like, I hate her, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I get where that statement of like Danya wasn't very well written comes from, but I also just think like some characters in books are just meant to be assholes.
Yeah. Agreed.
So
But I still keep. I think that the magic system itself keeps all of the characters very interesting in the way that they fall in.
yes, I think
So-
that I think it's a really cool world.
Yeah, it's a really cool world, and one of the things that I loved about this world is the idea that one of the main topics is the Quicksilver,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is a sentient magic system. It's like this weird portal metal liquid that can imbue magic and shape itself in different ways, and it talks to you, and it's also a portal to other worlds. I thought it was really, really cool.
Yeah. I think she has great concepts. Just like you mentioned, the Quicksilver. I was not expecting the Quicksilver to be anything like that. I really did enjoy the implementation of Quicksilver.
Yep.
And I liked that she struggled with it for a while. I
Yeah.
would have preferred for her to struggle with for like a book and a half, two
Yeah.
books, but whatever. You know, like for just for this book, like I really did like that.
Yeah.
And I also the author has the capacity to enthrall you because in the
Yep.
beginning of the book, I was eating everything up. Like I was
Yep.
like, this is amazing.
The
And
world
at the end
building.
too, as
Yep.
soon as they fell through like the shadow gate to the vampire
Yeah.
land, I was consuming everything.
Yep.
So I think the potential for this next book is super. I mean,
The potential's there.
yeah.
Agreed. Yeah. I think, yeah. I think that the potential is definitely there just simply because I feel like I think you should read it if you enjoy interesting world building.
This was a fun read for me.
Yeah.
Okay. I know that it wasn't as fun for you. This was a fun read for me.
You know, as we were preparing for this podcast and I was rereading it, I gave it another chance and I didn't hate it as much because
Okay.
I saw more of the potential as I was like taking notes of her world building and her character development, etc. And I did feel like, okay, I can get into it.
Yeah. I think that this is an enjoyable book. It's obviously it's not a short book, but I think that it doesn't really drag for
No.
me.
No, I wouldn't say it drags,
There are things I don't like. That's for another video.
but you should read it.
But I think that it's worth a read. I think that the twists were great.
Don't share the plot twist, I
won't.
think.
I won't.
Okay,
But
so this is the other part that I think you should read this book. Let me think about our reads from this year. I think for as much as I didn't like this book the first time I read it, the plot twist were twisting.
yeah.
Like I would say that there was two big plot twists here.
Yeah.
There was a couple smaller ones, but I remember when I got to the two main plot twists near the end of the book, I was like, oh my God. And I love when books do that. So I do have to give it like a reason for this being a must read is that I think she did plot twist really well. And if you like plot twist, like if you feel like, okay, I want this book to send me somewhere that I wasn't expecting, I think this book will deliver.
Yeah. And something I will say, it's not all romance. Like
Thank God.
there's books that the plot is the romance. And in this one, that wasn't it. The romance was heavy in here. But I will say, I think that there was a lot of elements in here
Yeah.
that really didn't. Yes, the romance was a part of it. Yes, the romance affected it, but it was things outside of that. You know, like there were multiple themes, background stuff, different branches that if she wants to explore it in the next book, she can. So
Yep.
I enjoyed that, and this may be a plus for you, but there are spice scenes, quite a few. So that's another reason to read it if
So
you like that.
spice, I would give this book at least 3 out of 5 of spice. At least.
I'd give it like a 3.5.
Yeah. Okay. So
3.5
yeah.
chili peppers. I think it's what people do.
Yes.
Also, if you like shadow daddies, he is technically a shadow daddy.
We found another
And
shadow
if you
daddy.
like enemies to lovers, some could consider this an enemies to lover book.
Take it back.
Some. Not
Oh,
me.
what the
some.
fuck?
No, some would consider this enemies to lover. We're talking about the things that can motivate
Okay.
you to read the book.
Perhaps that is a trope that one might consider. The other tropes, if you like, is when there are gods intertwined with fate and meets. You're going to find this in this book as well. Overall, I think, in summary, you should read this book if you like very interesting world building and the magic system that I don't feel like I've seen before. And we read a lot
Yeah.
of fantasy. Like the magic system with the Quicksilver is really cool. I really enjoyed it. It has a lot of potential. And I feel like it still hits the common fantasy elements. Like you have the fae and you have mates and you have this and you have that. So you'll find a lot of these common elements, but with a pretty cool twist.
Yeah, I would agree.
So-
It's an interesting read. It's definitely different. I think it's probably one of the most different romantices that I've read,
Yeah, I agree.
especially this year.
Yep, I agree. So, read up on Quicksilver. I do think that if you catch this video when it's going to air, you might be able to make it to the Brimstone premiere.
Yeah, so
So.
give it a shot if these elements sound like something you enjoy in a book.
Yep.
And gear up because Brimstone is coming out
November
November
18th, and we're going to keep talking about it. So, see you on the next video.
Bye.